I've been watching patterns, not just outside, but the ones that repeat inside me. I've been watching patterns. I notice how everything moves, yet nothing truly disappears. I ask myself, where does this begin? And where do I begin? Where does this begin? I see how thought shapes experience. How attention gives form. How nothing appears without first existing as an idea. Attention gives form. I notice correspondence. The same tension in my body that I see in the world around me. The same rhythm. The same imbalance. The same inside and outside. I ask, am I reacting or participating? Am I reacting or participating? Everything moves. Even when I resist it. Even when I call it stillness. Everything is in motion. I notice polarity. How certainty turns into doubt. How strength leans into fragility. How both exist at once without canceling each other. Opposition is not conflict. I ask myself, what if opposition is not conflict, but structure? I observe rhythm. The rise. The fall. The moments where I feel carried. And the moments where I feel tested. Rhythm is not random. I ask, am I fighting the cycle or learning to read it? Am I fighting the cycle? I notice cause and effect. How nothing in me is random. How every reaction has a history. Nothing is random. I ask, what am I setting in motion without realizing it? What am I setting in motion? And finally, I notice the masculine and the feminine, not as roles, but as forces. Initiation and reception. Direction and space. Direction and space. I ask myself, am I balanced or divided? Balance is not unity. I don't rush to answer. I stay with the questions. Because understanding doesn't arrive as information. It arrives as alignment. Understanding is alignment. The 7 were never rules. They were mirrors. They were mirrors. And what they reflect is already here. It is already here. Stay.